Yo, what's up, fam? It's your girl, Tai'Leah. I'm just coming at you because I don't know if you've ever heard about Anchor, but it's the easiest way to make a podcast. It's free. They even allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or from your computer using the app. Plus, they even distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on various platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can even make money with no minimum amount of listeners. Guys, look, this is a great opportunity, right? Everything we need to make a podcast is conveniently right in one place. Again, for free. So you can go download the free app or just go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR.FM. And if it's calling out to you, look, I'm here to tell you right now, hop on it, okay? Well, I hope you enjoy this next episode, and I'm sending you so much peace and love. Take care. Great rising. Sometimes it's so hard to discern fear from intuition. But I've been learning to trust in the unknown and to trust what's coming next, to trust myself. Even if things turn out to be wrong, quote unquote, or a mistake, I know that I'll be okay, ultimately. I know that things happen for a purpose, either for me to learn or for someone else to learn. And I guess I be stressing myself out so much. Just to figure out what's going on, to avoid any pain, rejection. And like, it's almost like I'm panicking on a boat that's not sinking. But because I've been on other boats that sunk, I'm preparing for the worst. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I just want to remain in gratitude for all things that are coming to me. I want to remain in gratitude for all the situations where things have worked out in my favor. And there have been so many instances where things work out in my favor. For Virgos or other humans who like to control, I feel your pain right now. Nothing was ever in our control, as much as we want to assume so. They've never been. So I'm actually having a good time here in the unknown. I'm finding myself extremely happy, satisfied, grateful, positive. They'll say, if you're thinking optimistically, you're not facing reality. But I've just realized that we create our reality. Why not create the best, the things that you want? Why make ourselves feel bad for things that we want, that'll make us happy? Why be ashamed of yourself? If you find yourself content, I have found myself extremely content in so many situations recently. But that's not going to stop me from desiring the best, from wanting more out of life. It's not going to stop me from manifesting better than I've ever had before. I'm releasing fear of the past repeating itself. Worst case scenarios. Frustration, impatience. And I'm not gonna lie, I have found myself feeling impatient, feeling frustrated, mostly bored. I don't know if it's bored is the right word, but it's how best I can describe it right now. Kind of restless, all over the place, even though I have a huge to-do list that I just want to tackle and get over with. It feels good to just not do anything, not feel like you have to do anything. Just be, reflect, create, feel like you can. I haven't felt like creating in weeks, but I'm getting to that vibration for sure. I'm feeling it. It's getting closer and closer. And I know I can just completely detach from all of my desires and just do these things that are on my list. But I have for sure been associating my worth with how much I can get done and how much I can accomplish. Not even, these things do mean a lot to me, but they're not even really things that mean a lot to me as far as my self-worth is concerned. These things are just simple things on my to-do list, things that I need to get done. And literally, I've been seeing my value based on just those things. Just how much I can get crossed off the list every day. Like, that's not living. That's definitely not living. And that's just not a real measure of my worth. So I'm completely transforming, reevaluating. I'm going back to some notes that I've written over a year ago. And seeing how things were working back then and what path that I was on back then, to somehow connect the dots to today. Perhaps there are things to be taught, to be learned from back then. Perhaps there's just refocusing that needs to be done. And that's mostly been my focus. Instead of getting things crossed off my list, realigning and refocusing myself towards my higher self, my entrepreneurship self, my business self, and new rules are going to be defined as far as entrepreneurship goes. Overall, our entire world is getting flipped upside down. And the way we were working before is nothing like how we were supposed to be living. So, moving forward, we're going to be completely changing the dynamic of what work means, what self-care means, what it means to be in flow. It's gonna be a completely different world. And for the better, I trust. It's not natural for us to be constantly using our masculine energy to get things done all the time, every single second of the day. It's not healthy to base your value and your worth on how much you get done. Productivity will mean something completely different after this is all over. Productivity will be much, much, much more healthy by standard. It's not just about getting shit crossed off your list and how much stuff you can get crossed off your list. That doesn't mean anything. How healthy and high vibrational are we getting stuff crossed off our list? I think that's what matters more. Most of us just cross off things off our to-do list and just continue with the next thing and continue with the next thing and the next thing. And it's never ending. We never stop to look back and see how much we've crossed off. And give ourselves a little bit of credit for how much we've crossed off. None of us really do that. Well, most of us don't. But now times are changing, folks. We're coming with a whole different idea of what it means to be valuable, essential, if you want to call them. Taking care of yourself is essential. Mental health, spiritual health, physical health, holistic health in general is essential. And anything getting in the way of that is non-essential. I don't agree with this notion of calling certain workers essential, calling other workers non-essential, like we're all essential. feel like our government needs to do a little bit better as far as helping us out. I mean, they're doing what they can to fix years and centuries worth of mistakes, so I give them credit for that. But there are still people being exposed every single day to danger, harm, if this virus is really something to be careful of. Just telling people to stay in their households, like, we're seeing how great that's working. And I trust that nothing's gonna get worse, but everything is happening for our good and for our benefit. So, continue to pray. Continue to pray, continue to go within. Even if you're just chilling by yourself, watching a movie, watching TV, not doing anything, writing in your journal, doing a little exercise, reading a book, painting, doing whatever. You don't even have to do anything at all. But the more we talk to ourselves, the more we'll be able to discern fear from intuition. The more we write our dreams down. You can write your physical dreams down or your actual dreams, but, your aspirations, your goals. I know it's hard for us to think about goals in a time like this where things are so unknown, but this is the time to do it. We're the only ones who made up time constraints, month constraints. That's just literally an illusion. Think about it in energy. Like, this is a new, fresh beginning. Can feel the new beginning on the horizon. The release of old paradigms and old thought patterns and old beliefs. Those things are completely falling away from us, so that we can choose new things to believe. We can choose new things to focus on, new habits that cultivate a healthy, holistic lifestyle. It don't have to be anything dramatic at first. It could literally be just you waking up and the first thing you do is speak gratitude or something. I know I get super off balance when the first thing I do is look at my phone in the morning. I know it's such a bad habit because that's all we ever do. Look at our phones. What are we even checking for? I don't know. I mean, I guess anybody who's hit us up throughout the night or something, but literally there's still so much fear on the internet right now. There's still so much negativity on social media, and that shit is drowning us. That shit is literally driving us crazy, or just driving me crazy. I don't know about y'all. Shoot. And I'm trying to filter out most of that stuff so I can get to the good stuff, the funny content. Anyway, just the belief that we don't have to change ourselves at all is something that we can just be for a second. Like, we have plenty of time to do everything that we want to do. So why is there so much lack in our reality? Like, we don't have time. We can't do this because we don't have enough time. We can't. Literally. We have to accomplish this and that because we don't have time. We have to do this because we don't have any time. Like, it's time to let it go. That gotta go. Realizations, downloads, shift in perspective, and reprogramming in my subconscious has been coming faster than I've ever experienced before. Excuse me. Faster than I've ever experienced before. I'm talking like while I'm talking and in a conversation, I have a realization because of a thought, and then literally get the answer, the solution, or the new belief that I'm supposed to apply right then and there, right in the same conversation. And I'm trying to write down as many things as I can, but this podcast helps a lot. I've been searching for the perfect way to educate, the perfect way to share things I've created, share things that I've learned, and to help guide people who are confused, lost, or misplaced in the world. And there's no one perfect way that any of us can all do that. There's so many resources at our fingertips. So much new technology and inventions that are allowing us to teach in ways that we've never seen before, allowing us to learn in ways that we've never seen before. I guess the problem is not everybody learns in one particular way, just like we're not teaching in one particular way. I guess for me, I'm trying to find every way so that I can communicate and adjust accordingly. The problem with me too is communicating in a way that's understandable to most. And when we're in our lower vibrations, we're not able to discern or understand what someone else is saying from a higher consciousness or a higher vibration. So literally coming back down to earth and being like, look, you might be completely doubting yourself right now. I know I am. It's super hard. But when you are in that moment of self-doubt, you just realize that doubt is another form of fear. And if doubt is another form of fear, we can replace that fear with trust. We can choose to trust ourselves. Our souls know exactly what the fuck they're doing. I just challenge you to walk into this day or walk into the weeks ahead with trust. Remove the fear and anxiety from your subconscious with affirmations, new habits like yoga and meditation, those things can easily replace negative thought patterns. And just continue to do so every time you're having trouble with fear and anxiety. Move your body out of that vibration. You can dance. You can sing even. And start to feel the energy moving in your body. Like you will start feeling the tension slip away slowly but surely when you're in the present moment in your new habit. In those habits, while you're doing them, within that, you can change your belief system surrounding whatever you're feeling or thinking. If you're in fear, you're in anxiety about the future, you can go into a pose, you can go into meditation, you can just sit on your bed and just separate in your mind the things that you're thinking. Say them even out loud and be like, yo, do I really have to think like this? Like, do I really have to settle for this reality that I've created? Nah, man. Be groovy or leave, man. You gotta stay groovy. Stay strong. Stay resilient. Call upon your homies, your ancestors, Mother Gaia, to assist you along your journey. They are there, anxiously waiting your call. That's real life, real talk. You are supported, fully supported, divinely guided and protected. Affirmations can work to reprogram your thoughts, but you need to use a releasing affirmation before you affirm something, because if you don't believe it, just affirming stuff is not going to help or work. If you feel fear and if you feel doubt, I release the need to feel fear. I release the need to feel doubt. And when you really start to notice that you're releasing fear, like your fearful thoughts are not as prominent as they once were, then you can make other affirmations like, things always work out for me. Things always work out for me. Or I can trust myself. I do trust myself. I can trust the universe. I do trust the universe. I am divinely guided and protected. I release the need for worst case scenarios. I release the need for resentment. I release the need for frustration, anxiety. You guys can do it. We can do this, guys. We're doing so well. I'm so proud of how far we've come so far. And this is only the beginning. The best has yet to come. I know this year hit us all hard and just literally out of nowhere, fucking virus came and fucking took over the world. But I'm telling you, it's for a great reason. Even though we're like, we can't see it right now because we're like right in the middle of it. hopefully towards the end. Shit. I'm not very sure, but I mean, we're doing the damn thing. We're surviving. We're breathing every single day. The breath of life. And, what can stop you? What can stop you from living your best fucking life if you believe it's true? Only you can hold yourself back from that. I'm sending you all extreme love and high vibes. Please let me know if there is anything more I can do to assist you on your journey. Love and light, fam. Peace.